Good morning all. A warm welcome to the new session of Social Science class. How are you all? Fine? Good. So, are you ready for the class? Good. In the last class, we had started a new lesson. Can anyone tell what's the name of the lesson? Yes, it is production process. And we had studied the definition for what is goods and what are services, and I had asked you to do an assignment to list out the name of all the goods that you are using in day-to-day life and to check whether they are goods or not. Then we had studied about what is production process, then what is the result of the production process, and we had seen a video that shows the stages involved in the production of paddy, and from the collage we had studied the stages of paddy cultivation. Then we had seen another collage of the factors involved in the production of shoes, and at the end we had studied about the factors of production can be classified into four. What are that four classification of factors of production? Anyone can tell? Yes, land, then labor, capital, and organization. Today we are going to study in deep about each of the factors of production. The first factor that we are going to discuss today is about land. Okay, what do you know about land as a factor of production? Anyone? Yes. Land, the term land is used in broad sense in the case of production. All the natural resources used in the production process are termed as land. So, can you please tell me what are the natural resources used in the production process? Anyone? Yes, soil, water, forest, air, coal, metals, minerals, petroleum, sand, stone, animals, etc. Okay. Now we are going to study about the features of land as a factor of production. For that, there are some questions given in the textbook, and from that we can know what are the features of land as a factor of production. Please have a look. Okay, the first question. Which are the natural resources included in land as a factor of production? We had discussed it earlier, like soil, water, forest, air, coal, metal, minerals, petroleum, sand, stone, animals, etc. Okay, these are the natural resources included in land as a factor of production. Second question. Can we increase the area of land in accordance with our requirement? Is it possible? Can we increase? No. The total availability of land is fixed, so that we cannot change the total quantity. But we can increase the use of land for a purpose. Then the third question. Can we enhance the fertility of land? If so, how? Can we enhance or can we increase? Yes, we can increase the fertility of land. How? With the help of irrigation and fertilization. Then the last question. Can we shift land from one place to another? Is it possible? No, we cannot shift land from one place to another because land is an immovable factor. We cannot shift land from one place to another. So now we have studied about the features of land as a factor of production. For all the factors of production, we are getting rewards. So for land as a factor of production, what will be the reward that we are getting? Do you have an idea? For land, what is the reward? This rent. So we had completed about the topic land. Now we are going to the next factor of production. What will be the next factor of production? Anyone? It is labor. Okay, what do we know about labor? Labor is an active factor of production, and labor in Malayalam we will tell Thoil. The laborers use their manpower for labor. Okay. Now we can have a look of how laborers in coir industry using the manpower. First of all, we can see a video. Later, from the collage, you can tell how the laborers use their manpower in coir industry. Please have a look.
Two types of machineries are available for separating the fiber from the coconut husk by mechanical means. The fiber by machines. A worker is capable of dehusking about 1,500 to 2,000 coconuts in a day. The coconut husk is then crushed by passing through a crusher. The crusher consists of a chute leading into a pair of rotating grooved iron rollers set just wide enough apart to grip the husk, with the help of a half HP motor. The machine is working with the help of 50 HP motor. The conveyor to revolving screener, and with the help of the revolving screener, it separates the pith.
Okay, from this picture you can see, from this video you came to know how the coconut fiber is made from coconut husk. These are all mechanized. Okay, now this is a collage of how laborers use their manpower in a coir manufacturing industry. First of all, you can see coconut husks are collected. These are coconut husks, and people will collect coconut husk. Then husks are placed in water. Then making coconut fiber suitable for coir manufacture. Then the next step is dyeing the coconut fiber. Dyeing means giving color to the coconut fiber. It is not necessary, but if we want to give color to a coconut fiber, coir fiber, we can give color. Next, producing the rope with the help of machines. Then producing various coir products. Then last, distributing the products. These are how laborers use their manpower in a coir production unit. Next, laborers use the physical, mental and intellectual skills to produce goods and services and rewarded, then it is called as labor. So I am once more telling the definition of labor. The physical, mental and intellectual skill of the laborers used to produce goods and services and it is rewarded, then we can call it as labor. Okay, what do we mean by the physical, mental and intellectual skill of the laborers? First of all, for any job, an employee or a worker must be physically strong. They must be physically fit. That is, if an employee or a worker who is always having diseases and always taking leave, if a company appoints that person, then that is a loss for them. So, a worker must be physically fit. That's the first point. Second point, mental skill. Mental skill means nowadays for any job there will be work pressure. So an employee must be very skillful in tackling the tough situation in his firm and also to meet the target. So the employee's mental skill, in the sense he must be skillful in or having a tackling power in order to tackle the tough situation as well as in order to meet the target. So that is known as mental skill. Then intellectual. Intellectual means intelligence. So the employees or workers physical skill, mental skill and intelligence skill in order to produce goods and services, and he must get reward for it. Then only we can consider it as a labor. So I have a question to you. Okay, now you are helping your parents in your home for doing the household activities. Maybe cutting vegetables and all other needful for curries, or maybe you are helping in cleaning the house. Can you consider it as a labor or not? Can you? It is no. Why? Because doing household activities cannot be considered as labor because we are not getting any reward for it. So, if an activity can be considered as labor only when the physical, mental and intellectual skill of the laborers used to produce goods and services and you are getting reward for it, then only we can consider it as labor. Then what is the reward getting for labor as a factor of production? Do you have an idea? It is wages. Normally wages are paid in terms of cash, but in sometimes we can give it as goods. A very good example for it is for coconut climbing. A person who is climbing the coconut will for plucking the coconut, we will sometimes give them coconut as reward. So wages means mostly in cash, sometimes in terms of goods. Then I told you the laborers use the manpower for doing labor. So there is a statement, I will tell that statement. Manpower wasted today will be lost. We cannot save it for tomorrow. What does it mean? Do you have any idea? I will give you an example for it. Okay, you are having an exam day after tomorrow. So your parents ask you to study today because tomorrow you are having a function in your home. So your uncles or cousins will come. So you cannot study. So you are asked to study today. But you said it okay, and when you came to room, you played with your mobile or you wasted your time by reading storybooks. And you went for exam day after tomorrow and you failed it. So when you got the paper, you will have a thinking that if I study on Sunday, I will get good marks. I may get good marks. So that's what mentioned here in this statement, that if we waste today's time, you will not get it tomorrow, because today is wasted, then it is gone. We cannot get it back. That's a specialty of time. Time, there is no reverse gear for time. Once lost, it is lost forever. We cannot get it back. Then, how can we enhance the manpower of laborers with the help of education and training? Means, if there is any change in the techniques or any other softwares, if we give them education or training, employees can enhance or increase the skill of production. So that's the end of the second factor of production. Next we are going to the third and important factor of production, that is capital. Capital is an essential factor of production. What do you mean by capital? In Malayalam we will tell Mooladhanam. Capital provides basic facilities for the production process. Do you know what are the basic facilities provided by capital? First of all, in order to establish factory, the organizer need capital. Capital means maybe money or whatever in forms of goods that is brought by an entrepreneur is known as capital. So capital means capital provides basic facilities like providing building or establishing factory. So first basic facility provided by capital is establishing factory. Then second one is for buying raw materials for the firm. We all know for any production process raw material is necessary. So providing raw materials. Then in order to give wages to laborers, capital is needed. Then in order to buy machineries, capital is needed. So that's how capital provides basic facilities for the production process. So can you please define what do you mean by capital? Do you have any idea? Capital means visible and tangible man-made goods used for production process is known as capital. I am once again repeating, capital means visible and tangible man-made goods used for the production process is known as capital. So when we study land, we came to know that all the natural resources used in the production process is known as land. Then in case of capital, it is the man-made goods used for the production. That too visible and tangible. Visible means we can see, tangible means we can touch and it has a perfect shape. So such goods are known as capital. Now we are going to study about the features of capital. For that we can have a look in the textbook. Please have a look. Okay, these are the features of capital. First one is capital helps other factors of production. How the capital helps other factors of production? Means in order to buy land, an entrepreneur or the organizer need capital. Then in order to give wages to the laborers, organizer need capital. Then in order to start and in order to control business, an organizer need capital. That's how capital helps other factors of production. Second point, capital enhances the production skill of the laborers. Means we all know that for all the production process there will be target. For example, if a company set a target of an employee need to build or need to make 100 pieces of an item per day, and if that person make 150, that is he had made more than the target, then for that extra 50 that he had made, the company will give him incentives, so that it will be a motivation for him to do more number in the next days. So that is known as, that is how the capital enhances, means increases the production skill of laborers. Then the third point is capital has mobility. Mobility means movable. Capital is movable. Then for all factors of production there will be rewards. Like that, capital is getting the, capital also gets reward. What's the reward that capital gets? It is interest. Next we are going to study about the last factor of production, that is organization. What do you mean by an organization? Organization includes the coordination of other factors of production like land, labor and capital. Or we can say that organization is an act of bringing together the other factors of production like land, labor and capital. The person who does this organization is known as an organizer or entrepreneur. We can have a look of a chart that shows how the organizer plays his role in the production process. For that we can have a look in the textbook. Please have a look. Okay, this is a chart that shows the role of an organizer in production process. We can see that here the land, labor and capital is connected to organization. So that means organization is an act of bringing together the other factors of production like land, labor and capital. Then the coordinated functioning of all these factors of production, that is land, labor, capital and organization, leads to production process. Then the result of production process is product. I hope you had understood it. I am once again repeating. Organization is an act of bringing together other factors of production like land, labor and capital. Then the coordinated functioning of all the factors of production, that is land, labor, capital and organization, leads to production process. And the result of production process is product. Then I told you in the last class that human wants are unlimited. So in order to satisfy human wants, products are essential. So that's why production process is said to be continuous. Can you please tell me what is the reward for organizer? It is profit. Next we are going to study about the features of organizer. First question for that is, what is the objective of an organizer? Can you please tell me what is the objective of an organizer? To find out the factors of production like land, labor and capital. That is the objective of organizer. Second question, what are the responsibilities of an organizer in the production process? The responsibilities are, first one, to coordinate the factors of production like land, labor and capital. Second one, take steps to increase the quality of product. Third point, increase the efficiency of the factors of production for large scale. Then the last point, arrange the production according to the needs. So these are the responsibilities of an organizer. third question. What are the factors that organizer should coordinate? He has to coordinate the factors of production like land, labor and capital. And the last question, how can the skill of a coordinator be enhanced? Through education or training, the skill of a coordinator can be enhanced. So we came to an end to the last factor of production. Next, we are going to see the circular flow of economic activities. I told you that human wants are many. So in order to satisfy one want, another one emerges, and with the change in wants, goods and services also change correspondingly. So as I told, human wants are endless. So in order to satisfy each human wants, production process need to be continuous. Since the production and consumption are continuous, the economic activities follow a circular pattern. You can see this is a circular pattern. Here, the household unit supplies the factors of production like land, labor and capital to the production unit. Then the production unit provides rewards for the factors of production. What are the rewards for each factors of production? For land, it is rent. Labor, it is wages. Capital, interest. Then for organization, it is profit. So like that, the production unit provides rewards for the factors of production. Then the production unit supplies goods and services to household unit, and household unit in return make payment for the price of the goods and services. That's like you can see the economic activities have a circular flow, and it is an ongoing process and it is continuous. I hope you had understood my class. If you have any queries, you can contact me, and I will give you the notes and assignment for the chapter I had took today. I will be giving in the next day. I hope you have understood my class. We'll see you next week. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.